Mabuhay, Philippines! Welcome sa isa na namang episode ng USWAG Pinas, ang programang maghahatid sa inyo ng pinaka-latest at pinaka-importanting mga proyekto sa ilalim ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ano-ano nga ba ang nagawa ng pamahalaang Duterte sa buwang nagdaan? Ano ang mga naging inisyatiba para siguraduhin mas comfortable ang buhay ng mga Pilipino? Ako si Micaela Guerra ng Radio-Television Malacañang at samahan niyo akong panoorin ang ilan sa mga pinakamahalagang pagbabago sa bansa dito sa USWAG Pinas. Malapit na magkaibigan. Ganyan mailalarawan ang relasyon ng Pilipinas at China. Kaya naman sa ikalimang pagbisita ni Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte sa karating na bansa, ating tunghayan kung ano-ano nga ba ang kanyang ginawa para bigyan tayo ng comfortable life at mas pagtibayin pa ang nasabing relasyon. Lahat ng yan dito lamang sa Special Report.
As the economic architecture of the Philippines continues to evolve, the People's Republic of China remains one of its closest and strongest bilateral partners throughout the years. The two nations have been interacting with one another for centuries, long before the formal establishment of diplomatic relations on the 9th of June in the year 1975. In recent years, however, the Philippines and China's partnership has been put to a test when territorial disputes in the West Philippine Sea dominated its relations. Beginning in a naval standoff in 2012 over the Scarborough Shoal, a fishing ground located about 200 kilometers off the coast of Zambales province in the Philippines. The two nations' bilateral ties took another turn in 2016 when the International Tribunal Court issued a ruling in favor of the Philippines' sovereign rights in the disputed waters.
A lot of progress has been made in terms of the bilateral relations, in terms of last November, the two sides actually reached agreements in many areas. I mean, about 29 MOUs were signed during President Xi's visit. So the challenge over the past couple of months was how to move forward in implementing a lot of this.
Despite maritime disputes having been in front of the spotlight for years, this did not hinder the two countries from maintaining good relations in other areas. China, being an East Asian economic giant, continues to give its support through a comprehensive strategic cooperation that helps spur the economic growth of the Philippines.
Given the progress in our relations, and given the personal rapport that has developed between him and President Xi over 7 meetings over the past 3 years and 4 visits to China, that now the relationship is strong enough and is mature enough so that he could bring up sensitive issues that could have been misunderstood if it were brought up in the beginning.
In August 2019, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte embarked on his 5th visit to China since assuming office. In a bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, the two leaders had an open exchange of views on the West Philippine Sea.
You know, as good friends, they can discuss anything under the sun. So the prospects are quite bright in terms of further pushing forward the positive trajectory of the bilateral relations. Perhaps now is the time to discuss sensitive issues. But he realizes that, It may not be an easy topic, so it may be something that will have to be stretched out over time or at the lower level, but it is a significant move because now it will be part of the diplomatic agenda.
As an indication of their continued commitment to one another, President Duterte and President Xi expressed their determination to fast-track negotiations for an effective code of conduct in the disputed waters, an initiative meant to establish lasting regional peace and stability.
I think it underscores that friendly relations with our neighbor is necessary and is conducive to both sides, right? It's win-win, right? The art of diplomacy is about making concessions, right? Trying to accommodate each other.
President Duterte also met Chinese Premier Li Keqiang and reiterated a strong resolve in further expanding economic ties and people-to-people exchanges with China. For its part, China deems the Philippines as an important partner in Southeast Asia and is ready to step up cooperation in support of the Philippines' infrastructure projects. On the sidelines of his visit, the Filipino chief executive also spoke to several Chinese business executives who are interested to take part in the Philippines' growing economy.
The Philippines is one of the fastest growing economies in the region and in the world. We have grown for the past 82 consecutive quarters and recorded above 6% annual growth rate since 2012. To sustain this positive trajectory, we have embarked on a historic build program under which we welcome more Philippine-Chinese cooperation.
The economy has improved, right, and is constantly improving. And thanks to President Duterte, his diplomatic about face, the independent foreign policy, mending fences with China has seen Chinese tourist arrivals in the Philippines go up, Philippine banana exports going up. I think it doubled, right? And so it's helping. The friendly bilateral relations are helping.
At the conclusion of his visit, President Duterte went back to his home country, bearing the good news of reaffirmed partnership with China, as they share a common aspiration of achieving development and inclusive growth for their peoples. 6 agreements were signed covering education, science and technology, finance, and custom matters, among others.
It looks simple from the surface, but it's going to be a very challenging job for the president. At the same time, I think it's going to be a productive visit that will have a long-term impact, not only on the bilateral relations, but also on our economic development.
Over the past 40 years, the bilateral partnership of the two countries has reached unprecedented levels in many areas of cooperation. The renewed commitment to pursue stronger ties with one another has indeed proven that the centuries-old friendship of the Filipinos and Chinese people goes beyond the seas.
At dito nagtatapos ang isa na naman nating segment. But before we go, huwag kalimutang i-like at i-follow ang aming Facebook page at website at www.rtvm.gov.ph para manatiling updated sa mga makakahalagang kaganapan sa bansa. Ako si Micaela Guerra. Samahan niyo akong maki-peace bomb kay Tatay Digong at maging partners for change dito lamang sa USWAG Pinas.